So Rick and I have been kind of deciding what we want to do on the channel. We have no idea yet, but we decided to do some experiments, and today's experiment is a vlog. And so I'm cutting Rick's hair, and that is my bathroom. This is where we actually do haircuts. Put a chair in here. This is a fitted sheet, and I just sit him here and cut his hair, and you'll get to see how I do it here in a second. Over here on the sink, you can see my hair cutting materials. I just have like literally a Dollar General haircut kit, and my sink is messy because he's already been like trimming and stuff, so just ignore all of that. But I have the scissors back here, I have some combs, I have the clippers, and we're all set to go. So I'm gonna get Rick in here. He's gonna sit in that chair and you're gonna watch him get his hair cut. I don't know how it's gonna go, to be honest with you. We're really just winging it. But this is something that I've cut my family's hair for years, since the boys were little, and Brian's gonna be 27 this year. Can you believe it? You guys have grown up with my kids. But anyway, so I've been cutting their hair for years, and this is just something that I do, and it saved me so much money over the years, and I've gotten, I think, fairly good at it. I get compliments from time to time. So we're gonna get this guy cut, and yeah, welcome to the vlog.
Yep.
He's here.
This is awkward.
You get to be the guinea pig.
Yeah,
this whole vlogging thing was his idea.
Not the haircut vlog. This is
It was actually.
Well, you pitched the idea and I said sure.
I know, I thought you're the one who
But
first
sure
said
sure
haircut.
is not yes.
You know, I like a fitted sheet.
Sure is maybe, I hope not.
This is our haircut sheet, so we don't actually use it for anything other than haircuts. But I like a fitted sheet for it. So look at this guy. This is the before.
Yes.
Give him the whole. Look, see, I'm gonna mess it up so you can see how long it is. Like, it's really long.
It's not that bad. It's been worse.
Oh, it has been worse. But yeah, I start with clippers.
Yep.
You can see he's loving it. Tell the people something exciting. But talk loud, because they gotta hear it over the clippers. Do you like getting your hair cut at home?
I do. I remember having to work it into my work day years ago, and it was just difficult.
We used to go to a barber shop, and there was some guys that would do your hair. And is it different when a woman does it?
Well, you.
I guess certainly your wife, yeah. Because the guy's name was Bob, right?
It was Bob, and they would watch The Price is Right, so I would go about this time.
Yeah.
And they had a big screen TV, and it was Bob watching Bob Barker. And that dates me a little bit. Not Drew. It was Barker. But so you've been cutting my hair for like 20 years.
Yeah, I know. I was saying I've been doing it since the boys were little. It just got expensive, you know. You have 3 men in your house and you want to keep their hair cut short. So it's like every 6 weeks you've got to go to some kind of haircut place, and you're spending probably $20 minimum per person with the haircut and the tip and everything. So at least at that time. It's probably different now. But still, $60 every 6 weeks. I mean, that was a big chunk of the budget. You guys know what our grocery budget was. So it just became clear that I had to learn how to do haircuts. He did not like it at first. In fact, he let me do the boys, but he would not let me cut his hair. And then he decided to experiment with his own haircut.
Yeah.
Didn't go well.
Well, I had the idea. I kind of figured out how to do it, but I just didn't have any skills. I bought the clipper. Well, I guess we had the clippers.
Yeah, because I had them for the boys.
Well, a couple times I would do it, and I wore a hat at work, so it didn't really matter. I could experiment and just cover it up with a hat. But one time it was late at night, and I was tired. I put the boys in bed, You're covering me. They can't
I'm
see
sorry,
me.
I'm
They
sorry.
can't see
Forgive
me.
me, forgive
No, I'm
me.
just kidding. Anyway, I put the boys in bed. I don't even know if Brianna was born yet. And
I was working.
yeah, it was late at night. It was like 11 o'clock, going on 12 o'clock, and I was tired and I just wanted a haircut quickly. So I went in the bathroom and I started to cut my hair kind of like she's doing now. And I forgot to put the clipper thing, or what do you call it? The guard thing.
Yeah, the guard.
Oh man,
Get
getting
ready
hair
for
everywhere.
one.
One of these pieces. I forgot to put that on the actual clipper. And I went up the back of my head. And I, yeah.
Just bald head.
Yeah, a bunch of hair fell on my shoulder. And I knew immediately what I did. And I froze. And I touched the back of my head. And it was bald. And then I started trying to fix it by just cutting the rest of my hair shorter and shorter. And folks, you just can't fix bald. Match it. Bald is bald. So I ended up, can't even believe it now, I ended up shaving my head. And
But not just shaving it with the clippers. He decided he was gonna go bald, and took a razor to it.
I was in my 20s.
That was a mistake.
And I was skinny kid in my 20s with a pale skin and a bald head. And what do you think? Well, anyway, you never really saw it.
No, because he wore a hat to bed. He would not let me see it.
I wore a hat to work. I went to Old Navy and I bought a blue Old Navy hat, and that was my outing hat when I wasn't working. And I would just switch the hats out. You know, I take off the work hat, put on the Old Navy hat, and for about a month or so,
It was a couple weeks till you got a little something on your head.
I just wore a hat around the clock, 24 hours a day. And I would sleep in the hat. And I dared my wife and the kids to take that hat off. I think I've told the story before on a live event or something.
Probably, yeah.
But it's a true story. But anyway, that was the only time I've ever been like totally shaved.
After that incident, he decided that whatever I did wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
So he let me try it, and then I've been cutting his hair ever since.
You know, and a shaved head works for some people, I think.
It just depends on your head shape, sorry.
Yeah, there's certain people, they don't have hair and you can't imagine them with hair. But I have to have something. My head's kind of, it goes into a point.
I don't know if it goes into a point.
Huh? I need a little hair on top. I got one of those high foreheads.
No. Okay. I have no real technique.
Oh,
I'm not a
you're doing
professional. I know what I do.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I do the same thing. We call the haircut the Beal. And there's very little I can do besides that. I do cut Trey's hair from time to time.
And we've had other folks come over the house and she's cut their hair.
Yeah, friends, Trey's brothers.
Their kids, even some of the adults.
Mm-hmm.
You come over the house, you get a haircut.
Well, only if they ask.
This is an awkward angle.
As long as they have no expectation. I know, right? I was like, you can see the toilet. This is our bath. But this is really how it is.
Awkward angle.
You don't have to hide it. It's okay.
Are you going to show this to anyone?
Alright. Now look, I got it on the low guard, so you can't move around too much.
Now you're cutting out the dark ones.
Oh goodness.
Cut out the white ones.
Girl, this is his joke. Every time I cut his hair,
Save
he's like,
the dark
cut the gray
ones.
I've told him he's past that now. Like, your grandpa, accept it. This is a 1, so it's like really, really short, and I'm just trying to make sure it blends.
You gotta have good clippers. You know, you may not know this, but sometimes they go dull.
You know, I found, at first I didn't realize that you had to put oil on it. I didn't realize that for a long time. And somebody told me, I don't even remember who, I was telling somebody about those clippers. And I was like, oh, and ever since I started using oil generously, they last a lot longer and they don't get dull too easy. They do after years eventually, but as long as you keep them oiled, they usually last a pretty long time. So if you have clippers and you've been trying to do this and you've been wondering why they start pulling, you need some oil. I don't have any, these clippers aren't to where I can actually get like good edges around the back of his head, so I just try to make it as neat as possible. And his hairline is such that it doesn't matter too much. But
is that white hair, it kind of fades.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But I do try to watch it a little bit.
Faded color. You know, my mom cuts my dad's hair. Even to this day, she's always done it. I don't remember my dad ever going and having his hair cut anywhere. And he always falls asleep in the chair. Like every time. I've only nodded off a time or two.
Sometimes he'll let me cut his beard and his mustache. But not often. Usually he does that himself.
So I did, so when I first started driving and stuff, I started going to the barber shop by myself. Now you cut my hair. When I was a kid, I think I went to the barber shop once or twice. My dad would take me, my uncle would take me. For a long time, I just got to cover that toilet. That just bothering me. I hate that. Oh my goodness. And anyway, so I forget where I was going with that. Oh, my sister used to take me to the salon. That was different. But I was a kid. I would get a shampoo and they'd give me a little conditioner too. And I'd get in the chair.
Oh, the 80s.
I'd have to get in a booster seat and then they would still jack up the chair.
I know you want to cover the thing.
I know, I gotta move over. I gotta move over. And
I just try to get around his ear.
I remember how grown up I felt when I was tall enough I didn't have to have a booster seat.
All right. So I've got all the sides trimmed up.
There's a neck on that head.
Yeah. So now we do the scissors, and I don't have a spray bottle. You would think after 20 years of cutting hair that I would have gotten one, but I don't. So this is what I do. I just get some water in my hand from the sink right here, and I plop it on his head. And it's like his favorite part of the haircut, particularly on a day like today.
Ice cold.
When it's 20 degrees outside. And so I need to get the front, babe. So you're gonna have to suck it up.
All right.
I gotta get the front. I do try to, you know, not just dump a bunch of it.
Right she's being nice with the camera.
Oh, I try all the time.
Smack me in the head with the water.
No.
Okay. Sorry.
So, and then from here on out, it's all scissor cut.
You know, I remember a long time ago you cut Ricky's hair on camera.
I did. I actually, it's probably still on the
video.
channel. Probably still on the channel. I actually have several.
He hated it.
Did he?
Well, being your model.
Well.
I love it, by the way.
So the boys always part their hair this way.
Yeah.
Rick parts his hair this way.
It's a weird way, but it's because when I was a kid I had a cowlick that used to stand up like a rooster.
But I
think the cowlick went away, but I just don't like change.
Every time I cut Rick.
Wait a second, I got hair on. Oh, it's worse now. I got hair on my nose.
You're putting the hair right on your face. Anyway, sorry. I always have to think about it before I part his hair because I have to remember.
Honey, give me sleep.
Here, let me get you.
Okay, no, come on back. I'm good. Come back. Oh, hold on. Off camera. Okay.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay.
Good to go.
Anyway, I always have to think about it before I cut his hair to make sure that I'm doing it the right part. Anyway, I don't know if these are my sharp scissors. Okay, there.
But I don't even really part my hair.
All right.
Not in a way, not in a real way. Like I don't.
No, no, you usually don't.
I mean, in a way, I do what would you call it? You know how you do your hair and you stick it up in the big ball. What's that?
When I put my hair in a bun?
Bun, and then sometimes it's all hanging out, and you call it a what?
A pony?
No, you call it a messy bun.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I don't really have a part. I have like a messy part.
Okay.
So it's like the hair over on this side kind of just swoops that way, and the hair over here just kind of goes down. So in some ways you could say it's a part, but I don't have that defined line going down my head.
So he always tells me to cut it short.
I used to be a slicker. I used to go straight back. You never knew me when I did that.
Me or the people on camera?
You.
Yeah, I knew you when you slicked your hair.
You knew me when I slicked the hair, but you didn't know me when I slicked it back.
No, not slicked it back.
Straight back.
When I met him.
Then I realized that my head wasn't shaped for that. Some people have a head, you can slick the hair straight back.
When I met him.
I slicked it into a part.
He
then.
had his hair in a part, for real.
Yeah.
But the part started like way over, his hair was longer too.
Uh-huh.
So his part would start here.
Well, it was a lot of hair. You had to tame it. You had to fight it. It was a work to get it down.
On his head.
It wanted to go out. So you had to be hard to do it.
And it was the 90s.
Uh-huh.
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was not.
It was all right.
Not the
I would do you had to it was a few steps. I would conditioner in it, whatever, and then I had gel. I would gel it, and then I would spray it at the end. So when it dried, it was like wires.
I don't know if we were dating.
It had a shine
when you
to it.
Changed it.
Huh?
Did I? Because I said something to you about your hair at some point.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you asked me about your haircut or what. I don't know if we were dating or I was just working with you.
Well, I did the wire thing and everything just to, cause I let my hair grow longer, but I would do that to try to keep it without going all over the place. But then I got a short haircut, so I just decided at that point.
But I think I was the one who told you to get your.
You did. But at that point,
But we weren't dating yet.
No, I just quit putting stuff in it after that, which I think has saved my hair for 20 years. Because I was putting a lot of stuff in it back then.
Yeah.
And
now he doesn't even use shampoo or conditioner. He just puts soap in his hair.
Which I know some people think is outrageous. But,
yeah.
But
it's really dry. His hair is dry. Well, it's a little soft right now. I don't know what you're doing different, but usually it's very dry.
Yeah, just good living.
those good fats. A lot of avocados.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I do think I told you to get that first haircut.
You did.
But we weren't dating.
No.
Did you ask me?
About what?
About cutting your hair, or I
don't know.
Volunteered?
I think it just came up one day.
Your hair.
You're like, I gotta help that boy out.
It was rough.
And I think you were just trying to decide on me then what I would look like if I had shorter hair. You hadn't decided yet.
I made a good decision.
Like, if he keeps that, it's a no.
It was rough. That was a rough part. It was a rough part. We worked at a grocery store, and all the girls. This was the 90s. It was a different time, okay? But all the girls at the grocery store were voting on who were the cutest guys at the store. We were teenagers, and there was a bunch of guys. Rick came in number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Number 1 was Lamar, because all the girls had a crush on Lamar.
Yeah. Well,
but
how could you beat Lamar?
I mean, how could you? But I had a heavy hand in the vote for Richard Beale.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Again, it was the 90s. Things were different, and I had access to his address in the work computer. And me and a bunch of girls from work tried to hunt down his house one day.
It's like pre-Facebook stalking.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was like the middle of the night, and we were hunting down his house. And when I say the middle of the night, it was like 1 or 2 a.m. We'd been out, we'd gotten like Denny's, we were just hanging out. Like we were teenagers, but we were older teenagers. Like I was 19, 18, something like that. And we were just out and about, hunting down his house. And he lived on a farm with a long driveway, long dirt driveway. And so we're just driving down this long dirt driveway in the middle of the night, and a light comes on the house, and we're like, reverse, reverse, reverse. Backing down this driveway.
More girls stalking me.
Yeah, well, you know, story of your life, right? But
joke.
that was the beginning. He had no idea.
No, that's an odd story.
I had already determined this was our future.
You'd be cutting my hair.
Yep, I'd already figured it out.
You just knew that slicker would come back.
Yeah, I had to cut it.
You had to take control of it.
Oh, the 90s were fun times, you guys. I'm sorry. I hope you're enjoying this haircut.
Yeah. Why not?
Yep. You're enjoying it? I don't really have a rhyme or a rhythm. I'll see if I have that video. If I have that video of me cutting Ricky's hair where I kind of explain what I do, I'll link it at the top. But I don't know if it's still on the channel.
I think it's long gone.
I might still have it. There's so much stuff. We've been doing videos for so many years. Like Brianna was probably like 11 or 12 years old when we started. And I guess that'd be 10 years because she'll be 21 this year.
The video with Ricky was, that was at the other house.
No, it wasn't. It was here. It was here for sure.
Well, I'm gonna finish my story.
It was in the kitchen.
It was at the other house.
It was in this house. It was in the kitchen.
It was in the kitchen.
We had friends over.
At the other house.
This house.
And it was under your...
I'm gonna find it and link it now.
It was under your old name.
No. Well, it was under the Fundamental Home, but yeah, I'm sure it was in this house because we had friends over, and I remember the friends being in the kitchen.
Yeah, they were over.
Yes.
At the other house.
In this house. He doesn't know. He wasn't there.
I got Ricky right.
Yeah, you got Ricky right. Ricky was the one. It wasn't Brian. Brian would have never sat on camera for that. Whew. He had a lot of hair, you guys. A lot of hair.
Who? Ricky?
You.
Oh.
There's not a lot of dark left, though. I'm sorry. I am cutting it out.
You know, I always grow it out long, but that's just because it just takes me a while to actually sit down and get a haircut. But I actually prefer short. Always have. In fact, it's my little thing. I think that the wider your hair gets, I'm talking for guys now, the wider your hair gets, the shorter it should be. I'm not saying bald or shaved, but I'm saying just keep it short. Because I think that the wider it gets, this is just speaking for myself, my own opinion. I think the wider it gets, it looks really unkept if you just let it go longer, because you know, it just looks like you're just giving up.
What do you say to the people who say dye it?
Oh, well, that's just a preference. I won't. I mean, I understand wanting to keep your hair dark. If I had a choice, I would say, okay, I'd like it all to be dark again. But, you know, God has a different plan. And I don't really think I can beat his plan, so I'll just go with the white.
I was telling him that, like, that the gray hair thing is actually, I personally really like it. I mean,
I will say this.
Tell me what you think. Gray hair, yes, no, on the man?
I mean, I will say this, that for a long time, because I always had a baby face, even when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, you know, a lot of folks would still think of me talking
in high school,
almost like I was a young guy, almost like a kid. And now my hair has gone whiter. I get sir a lot now. Excuse me, sir.
I know you think we're done, but we're not, because I actually gotta wet it again. That's the one thing about his hair. Rick has a Scottish ancestry, and I've told him, and before I even knew he had a Scottish ancestry.
How does Scott talk?
I told him for years that I thought he was made for like the Scottish Highlands, because his hair is like, you know, the places where they have a lot of moisture and cold. Like his hair does not retain moisture at all. Like it gets dry in a second. He was made for a rainy, moist climate. One day I'll get a spray bottle.
Treat me like a cat.
Well, tell me what you prefer. If you don't want the spray bottle, we can just keep doing it this way.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So,
the toilet.
In order to, I'm coming in front of you. In order to do this right, I actually have to stand in front of him and cut this. So I'm actually gonna move you this way.
How are you moving me? Hold on.
No, not move you, not move you. I could
sorry.
move you. And then we can leave the camera.
What are we doing? Move the chair. I'm getting up. Hold on. Hold on.
This is
I
a
can't.
maneuver.
I don't move that way. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Do
Stand
it.
up.
Hey, how's it going?
Stand up.
What am I doing? Sitting. Okay. Oh, all the way around?
Yes. But I need to move it so it's like...
Huh? I don't think it's that complicated. But
Okay.
I don't understand what you're doing.
Well, I gotta do it from the front of
Oh, okay.
you.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a whole system. I don't know. How I learned to do this was I watched some ladies at the haircut place at the salon.
How are you?
Put your head down. And I saw that they kind of went across one way and across the other way, and so that's what I did, and I've been able to keep it pretty even. Okay.
You done?
I think so. You can see all the hair on here. Show them your hair. You're gonna sit in the seat again?
Well, I don't know. If I stand up, they don't see me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The hair is complete.
Yes.
You already
Thank
trimmed
you.
your face, right?
A while back, but yeah.
Normally he'll like do his face around the same time.
Yeah.
So, but he did a big trim the other day. So, oh, hold on. I see a spot. As I get to looking at it, I always find a little something extra. And I know you took your sheet off, but you're covered in hair anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, the jokes. They're not even dad jokes anymore, they're granddad jokes.
The best kind.
Well, that's debatable.
They're golden jokes.
They're silver.
Okay, well thank you, dear.
I cut his hair. It looks good. We'll give you a close-up when he gets out of the shower. You can tell we waited for showers till after the haircut because hair gets everywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up. Time to clean up. I already took the sheet and I put it in the dirty clothes. I brushed all of the hair off. This is the reason why we do it in the bathroom is obvious, right? Because it's easiest to clean up. So I just, I sweep off the chair because there's always hair on the chair. And then when that's clean, I'll move that out. So all of the hair cutting supplies I have in this little container, and it goes underneath my sink. I just cover it up and put it under the sink. It doesn't have to be perfect. My makeup bag sits on it. And then he had this, he was wiping his face with it. It's just a paper towel. But I'm actually gonna wet it and use it to wipe out the sink because my whole counter is covered with hair. I don't wanna just wash the hair down the sink. I usually wipe it out and put it in the trash so it doesn't clog my sink up for obvious reasons. And then I'm gonna, after I wipe the counter down, I'm gonna sweep the floor. Rick didn't want you guys seeing the bathroom, but it's like, it's a bathroom. It's a bathroom. We're all moms here. Is it perfect? No. This is not my guest bathroom. This is our private master bath. So no one is in here but us. So it doesn't have to be too perfect. But it's pretty clean and I feel good about it. So now we're gonna sweep the floor. This in the big trash can. The bathroom is cleaned up and it's ready to go. Probably should be mopped, but I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to shower and get myself ready here in a minute. He actually is showering in the other shower in our house since I was cleaning up in here. But yeah, this is what we do on a haircut day, and we usually do haircuts and go out and hang out and have fun, which is what we're going to do the rest of the day. This is our big task, but yeah. Haircuts at home. It's not that bad. In the summer, there's actually less cleanup in the summer because in the summer I can actually do it on our front porch, and that way I'll still sweep it, but it's not as stressful because it'll just go into the ground and the little birdies will use it. But in the winter, I'm doing it in the bathroom. So, yay! I'll show you what he looks like when he gets out. All right, here's the after.
Oh, of me.
We gotta. There you go.
That's too fast. Hold on.
I was trying to get the lighting.
Slower,
there you go.
Slower, slower. Up, up,
haircut.
Up, up.
Yay, we're matching. Look at that. Hold on. This is so like grandma, grandpa.
Totally an accident.
No, it's not.
It's all on purpose. That's grandma and grandpa. When you match on purpose.
All right, well, I hope you guys liked our haircut video. Let us know if you like vlog style and us just talking, and we'll take you along next time when we do something. So anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Feel like a new man.
Bye.
Huh? See you.